Good morning. Hello. How you doing? My name's Ian. I sell books on eBay. Today I've got about 9 orders to get packed up and out this morning. Maybe more through the day. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But again, another quite good day of sales. Well, good by what I'm aiming for at the moment. So let's just show you what's going out. There's a couple of different bits and pieces. I've had a wee look at some of the questions that I'd asked and started talking about yesterday, just to get an idea of where the majority or the minority or the balance of my sales come from, and that's across 3 different areas really: variation listings, pre-made bundles, and just individual books. So today's quite a nice little mix of all of those, and I think I can, for over the, if I look at the last 3 months, I can give quite a clear steer as to exactly where the majority of sales come from. Anyway, let's crack on. The first book, which sold for £35, Pornography by Andrea Dworkin, Men Possessing Women. So this seemed to be a wee bit of a collectible. I've not looked at it, I don't know what it is, but it is a wee reprint of a 1984 book. So in 1999 this was printed, and let's say at £35 that seems to have gone for. One of these titles, when you look them up, the comps are kind of all over the place, but the solds, you can see what the kind of median sold price is. So that's only been up a couple of weeks, and £35, so that was a really good start to the day's sales. Next, another not bad little sale. I'll see if I can pick them up. 19 craft knitting cross stitching books. They weigh a ton. I picked them up a few weeks ago, and when I got them I thought, well, you know, they all sell for kind of £2, £3, £4 each, so let's put them into like bundles of 4, 5, 6, you know, books on knitting, books on making toys, cross stitch, etc. You know, break them down by category. And I just wasn't getting round to it, so I thought, oh, to hell with it. Put them up as one big lot for 25 quid. The other day, somebody's made me an offer of 20 for the 19 of them, so I've just taken it and got them out the door. So there was 19 books for £20. So somebody's getting an absolute bargain there, if that's their thing. We'll call it 20 for the sake of arithmetic. So they cost me about a £5, thereabouts. It's going to cost me 6, 7 quid to post them, so that's 11. eBay are going to take about a third of the 20, so that's another 7. So really, I'm only making 3 or 4 quid on that big bundle. But they were there, it was easy to bundle them up that way, really quick listings, so I'll just get them gone. If they hadn't gone within a month or so, I'd probably have just like chucked them, redonated them. But is what it is, we got £20 back for it, so something is better than nothing. Next we have our firm favourite, 3 Delacourt paperbacks. These just keep going and going and going. £9.99 for the 3 of those. And then another bundle from the variation listings, this time excuse me, 5 Wimpy Kids, including, I think, Big Shot's like the newest one. So I found a copy of that the other day, just got it listed, and that's got a bundle of them going out the door. £12.99 for the 5 of those. Next, a pre-made bundle. I just listed these yesterday, and I was due to wrap them and store them this morning, but I never got a chance. It's a wee bit glossy on that side. Bridget Kemmerer, is that how you say her name? Kemmerer. A vow so bold and deadly, a heart so fierce and broken, a curse so dark and lonely. Bridget Kemmerer, a trilogy of some sort of fantasy thing. But yeah, they've gone really, really quickly, so I'll definitely keep my eyes open for them. £14.99 for those 3 books. I did swither on between £15 and £20, and I thought, no, we're looking for fast sales here, we just want to get things moving. So I got them down for that, and they went quickly. Next, another old favourite, Ms. Julia Donaldson. 5 Julia Donaldson books, bit of hippo, bit of mole, bit of fox, and then some dragons and wizards alongside the princess. So 5 of those, £12.84. So a normal price, as we would expect for 5 Julia Donaldsons. And then a single book. This time it is Daisy Jones and the Six, hardcover. Taylor Jenkins Reid, so that's been I think on Amazon at some point in the last year or so. £8.24 for the hardcover copy of that. Not had it too long actually, so yeah, quite happy with that as a single sale. Then an author that I very rarely sell, but the way things have been going lately, when I've been refreshing listings, i.e. adding more items to my variation listings, it seems to be giving them a bit of a kickstart, and that has worked with Mr. Jeffrey Deaver. So we've got 10 Jeffrey Deaver paperbacks going out, and they went for £21.99. So a nice wee bundle of them, and I've got, you know, dozens of Jeffrey Deaver books, so many that I stopped picking them up because they just weren't selling, but now some have gone out the door. If I get another sale, I'll start looking at them again, because it's another author that you can pick up quite regularly. And the final order of the day for £10.49, 2 Stephen Kings. Cujo, brilliant. Dolores Claiborne, I can't remember. I've read it, I just can't remember what it was. I remember it's something to do with her murdering her husband. But anyway, that was good. I remember it being good, I just can't remember what it was. Cujo was absolutely brilliant. You know, an author out his nut on whatever, who apparently didn't even remember writing the book, he just churned it out. But Cujo's fantastic, and £10.49 for the 2 of those. So that's everything that's gone out so far. I'm going to go and get all of these packed up off to the post office, and I'll be back to chat to you all in a little while. And I'm back. Magic in it. For you, mere milliseconds. For me, it's been several hours. I've been dropped off the post, had a wee other job to do, and I wanted to go all the way over the coast to West Kilbride. It's 15, 20 miles away from here, so it's not particularly far, but there's a wee bookshop in West Kilbride, right, and it is my favourite favourite bookshop in the whole of Ayrshire. There might be better ones I've not discovered, but it is my favourite. It's not the cheapest, no, it's not. It's not expensive, don't get me wrong, it is still a charity shop. It's a kind of local charity, North Ayrshire Hospice, and they've got their bookshop in West Kilbride. So although you can get books in most of their other stores, and they're always a really good price, in there they bring them all together. They price them up a little bit, but not much. It's still very, 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 you know, economical. And the best thing about it is they've always got sets, piles, collections. So I don't go there very often. I mean, it's almost like once every couple of months. But when I do go, I always come back with something that just excites me. And that's what happened today. But before I do that, I've got one more order that's come in that needs to go out today. So I'm going to get these packed up and go and drop them off before 4:30. But it's 3, 1, 2, and 3 J.K. Rowling, Robert Galbraith books, and the 3 of those went for £15.99. So another of these listings, nothing's moved on it for a wee while, but I added a couple of pieces in the last couple of days, including the paperback of Career of Evil, and that seems to have got them moving again, so that's been really, really good, the way that has worked. Anyway, this shop, right, so it's the bookshop, West Kilbride, on the main street. Brilliant. If you're anywhere nearby, pop in and see what they've got. They've just had a new carpet laid, so they'd had to take loads of their book stock away, and they're slowly putting it back out at the moment, so it's not even all back out, but still they've got some cracking bits and pieces, a lot of which I picked up today. So let's say it's not a 4 for £1 or 3 for £1 type shop. A lot of the books are £1, a couple of pounds, some are 80p, some are 50p. You know, it's really all over the place. Kids books, 4 for £1, etc. So everything I picked up has a slightly different price, but I did get 52 books for 30 quid. So although I'm saying it's a wee bit more expensive than usual, it's still, you know, really, really, really good deals that you get. I wouldn't go in and pick up a pile of like Jenny Colgan. No offence, Jenny. Books are wonderful. They sell well, but they don't have a big enough return on them. But there are certain authors that I will pick up when they're 50p and above, because I know I can get some money back. I did do another couple of wee pickups as well, but I'm just going to show you the ones that came from this place because they're great. So first up, Stephen Erickson. Those of you who know any kind of fantasy sci-fi stuff have probably heard of Mr. Erickson, the Malazan Book of the Fallen. So a huge series. I mean, that's just one book, and there's, I don't know, 15, 20 of them in total. 80p that was priced at. That's the only problem, these wee stickers sometimes don't come off nicely, but that one did. So 80p that's priced at, and that can sell for, you know, an easy tenner, and they do tend to sell quite quickly. I've never sat on Stephen Erickson books for very long. Another one, this was £1, so I don't, Robin Hood books, the £3.50, £4 if you're lucky is what they sell for. So £1 is too expensive to pay for it, but I've got a wee bundle of other in the Farseer trilogy paperbacks, that same series, sitting about that I've not listed yet. So I'm hoping that that's one that I'm missing and I can get that up as a set. If not, it'll sit for a wee while until I get the other ones and I'll get it up as a set. So I don't mind paying a wee bit more when I know I'm going to get one of these sets out of it. So if I can get 3 books, putting them up as a set, I think in the past kind of £12.99 to about £14.99 for the 3, so that makes it worthwhile paying £1 each for them. The other ones I've got sitting about, I didn't pay £1, so you know it will average out. And I'm not considering these books by the price on each of them. I'm just saying, right, it was 52-bit books for 60 quid, so it's like, I don't know, 56 pence each or something. So from that point of view, it makes it well worth it. The Nowhere Emporium, I've sold this a couple of times. There's also the Everywhere Emporium. They always come a bit tatty, but it was 4 for £1 in the kids' books, so I thought I would just pick it up anyway. I say I've got a few copies of the Nowhere, I've got a few copies of the Everywhere, and I might just stick them up because some are in good condition, some are in not so great condition. Put them up as bundles of 2 books and get them out. So yeah, I wasn't going to leave that behind when it was 4 for £1. Chris Riddle. Again, I've got a few Ottoline books. I've sold them in bundles before. I've got a few listed separately, but I'm going to pull them out and see if I can make up a bundle of them there. This is the not very exciting stuff. David Williams, it's priced at 80p. I wouldn't pay 80p for a David Williams book normally, because although they do sell well, they're very much, you know, a £2.50, £3 book. So that 4 for £1 made it worthwhile within that set. A curiosity, really just to make up the 4. Warhammer Adventures sample book. I had no idea what this would be. It's kind of first couple of chapters of 2 different stories. It looks like people have sold them for £5, £6, £7, so I'll just get that listed up on its own and see what happens with it, but it's nothing dramatic. Right, these next couple were priced at £1 each. I'm just trying to take the price stickers off as I go along. Dance with Dragons. No, Dance with Dragons. So I'm trying to make up more George Martin sets. A Feast for Crows is the one that I always struggle to get. It's the least common I find when I'm out looking for them. Now, they did have a copy of A Feast for Crows, but it was the small format, so I just didn't bother. I just left it. I only want the kind of standard size. So I need A Feast for Crows and that one to make up another complete set. And then I've got lots of various quantities of sets out with all of that. So, you know, just, yeah, definitely. If I can get a couple of them, a couple of Feast for Crows, then I've got another 2 or 3 full sets sat there ready to go. So quite happy to pay a wee bit more for them because I'm selling them really easily for like £28 a time. A Pretty Tolkien, I just picked them up. This one, I know this one doesn't sell for a huge amount of money, but it's really clean. Doesn't look like it's ever been read. So I'll get that listed up in my Tolkien book lot. You know, it's a £3-4 book, but it's nice, it's glossy, it looks good. So hopefully I'll get something back on that. Another one that was just sat, again, priced at £1. I don't really like paying £1 for Richard Osman books, but I've got quite a few hardcovers at the moment, and I think I can make up 2 or 3 trilogies in hardcover. You know, 30 Murder Club, The Bullet That Missed, and The Man Who Died Twice, I think. Not the newest book. I've had a couple of copies of that, but it comes in and it was out really quickly. But I think I can do something with the first 3, so I thought, well, I'll just grab it. They had a wee copy of it sat there. Next, or the last, oh no, sorry, that's a lie. I've got a wee bundle here. Janny Wirtz, never heard of her. But it was a set, books 1 to 5 of Janny Wirtz. Volume 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s and 5s. I don't know if there's more than 5 books in this series overall. The Wars of Light and Shadow, is that what this is? I don't know, but there's 5 of them, so put them up as a set of 5, 15 to 20 pounds. I would expect that set to sell for. There's not much in the way of these sets listed. There's a lot of the single books, a couple where it's 1 or 2 or 3, but I haven't seen many where there's been a 5 bundle. I haven't seen any where there's been 5 put together, so I'm hoping, put them together, it's convenient for somebody, and maybe about £20 for those. But that's speculative at the moment. We'll just need to wait and see. The last book on its own, priced at £2 on its individual, but again 58p if I average it out. So Brandon Sanderson, really popular, Yummy and the Nightmare Painter, and this seems to go for between £10 and £15. It is a first edition, which is nice, so I don't know if that will change its value significantly in any way, but we know some Brandon Sanderson books go for stupid money. This ain't going to be one of them, but it's still, I say, an easy 10-15 quid return. So even if I had bought only that for £2, it's going to be worth it, and that's going to work out. So, you know, that lot there, a tenner for the Stephen Erickson, a tenner for Brandon Sanderson. What do we have? The couple of George Martins that I'll add into that bundle, a couple of other wee bits and pieces, already close to the £30 back that I spent, you know, just in sales value. But it wouldn't be enough, 30 quid for that lot, to justify it for your own personal collection. It's a banging price, but I needed more. So they had some Lee Child, including The Secret, the latest book, and then a big stack of paperbacks. I had more than this, but the rest weren't in the best condition, so I just kind of picked up the ones that were in good nick. And I'm thinking about maybe putting them up as one bundle for a change. Normally I would just add them to my listing and they'll sell really quickly on that mechanism, but I might see what happens when I put Lee Child books up as a bundle. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9 paperbacks and a hardcover of the Lee Child. So I don't know, I'll decide. We'll be doing it today, whatever I decide to do. But yeah, that's a cracking wee edition. And like I say, they do tend to have sets and collections. I was hoping for them to have a few more George Martins, to be honest. So they're still apparently coming back out, along with the John Conleys. None of them are back out yet. But 10 Lee Child books. Even if I had to pay £1 each for those, although the hardcover would have been £1.50, it's almost worth it with Lee Child because they sell so fast. So, I mean, 5 of those would sell in a bundle for about £15. They would cost me a £5. They would probably take about £5 in listing fees and then £3 odd in posts. I'd only make £1 or so paying £1 for them, but they move so fast that it almost makes it worth it. But because I knew the average price would be lower across everything I was buying, these became worth it. Were they all £1? Yes, they were all £1. If I just listed 5 up for £15 straight, it's going to work out the same as putting them up in the multi-listing. So yeah, I'll probably just put them up as normal. But anyway, that was nice to get those Lee Child books. I'll set them here so they're convenient to list in a short wee while. Right, so another author that they had quite a few of was some Terry Pratchett. So the non-Discworld books, Dark Side of the Sun, haven't seen that in ages. Strata, The Carpet People, Only You Can Save Mankind. So didn't have Johnny and the Dead. That'd have been nice to get that full kind of wee chunk. But they also had some normal Discworld books, so it was a nice wee bundle. You know, a new edition of Equal Rights, the 25th anniversary edition of Hogfather. All of these I have sold quickly and easily before. Colour of Magic, a newer edition. Colour of Magic, the TV tie-in edition. Never seen that one before. It's a wee bit creased in the spine, but it's still, you know, nice clean book block. Again, all of these were priced, well, they were different prices, to be honest. Some of them are a £1, some of them are 50p, some of them are 80p. So it was a bit of a mix on those Terry Pratchett books for the price. But then I went to the next shelf and found some Terry Pratchett. I love that shop. Again, these were all kind of mixed prices. Unfortunately, none of this lot are like first prints, but we did get Eric, Mort, Sorcery, another Hogfather, and although they're not first prints, they're all original art, which is great. Men at Arms, The Colour of Magic, Light Fantastic, Reaper Man. Oh, Diggers, that should have been in that other pile. Equal Rights, The Last Continent, Interesting Times, The Ancient Chinese Curse, May You Live in Interesting Times, and Moving Pictures. So let's say all original artwork books. The spines are a bit faded. You can see the contrast difference in the colour, so you know they're a bit sun bleached, but you know, still nice covers. A cracking bundle to add into the Terry Pratchett listing that I've got. I've got no doubt these will sell relatively quickly, as they normally do. And just, those covers are just brilliant, aren't they? I do love them. I know I've said that before, but they're just great. And Mort was always one of my favourites. That's just, yeah. Death Be the Man. Yeah, so I was that was a brilliant find. And I'd say again, some of them are priced at £1, some of them are at 50p. It was kind of all over the shop. I couldn't see any particular rhyme nor reason, but that average price piece makes it well worth picking them up. And then I went on to the next shelf and found some Terry Pratchett. See where I'm going with this. This lot were priced 50p, 50p, 90p, £1, 80p. But the difference is, and again, they're a wee bit sun bleached in the spine. A couple of the more modern types of graphic. I mean, it's the original artwork, but it's still the more modern one. The same with Thud. It's original artwork, but it's not the same as like Weird Sisters or Jingo or even Feet of Clay. Although round about Feet of Clay, I felt that's where it was beginning to get a wee bit lazy sometimes, you know. But it is what it is. Anyway, these five, I've got them sat separate because these are all first edition paperbacks, so a wee bit more value to them. To be honest, Thud and Monstrous Regiment doesn't make a great deal of difference, to be honest. To be honest, Feet of Clay, it puts it up a wee bit, but Weird Sisters, yeah, that's a good one to have in the first edition. And I say, although it's a little bit faded in the spine, it is in really good nick. So I think I've sold that before for about 15 quid. So we'll see if it goes for roughly the same. Jingo, a bit like Feet of Clay, it's a wee bit creased on the spine and a bit bleached out. It's not in the greatest nick, but still, I might get an extra £1 or £2 for that just because it's a first edition one. But yeah, that's probably the cream of the crop. Weird Sisters, first edition paperback in cracking nick. Couple of wee stains on the pages, but that doesn't go any deeper. Just a light foxing. Nothing wrong with a wee light foxing now and again. Yeah, Gollancz edition published 1988, Corgi edition published 1989. No reprints noted. This is it, the first one. Beautiful, lovely. $2.99. Oh, I remember buying that for myself back when it first came out. Lovely. Lots of Macbeth, lots of Shakespearean stuff going on there. Anyway, that is what came from my pickup today. I did go to another couple of shops and picked up just big piles of bread and butter. I've not even been through and sorted them yet, but I just wanted to share that place because it's brilliant. The bookshop, West Kilbride, North Ayrshire, up on the main street. It's a wee one-way main street. Parking can be a bit of a pain. So if you see a spot, you grab it. Otherwise, you've got to go all the way around and then come back up the main street again, looking for. There's a wee couple of parking spaces down by the Spar, a couple of a wee car park before you get into the main street. But once have I ever got parked in there. It's always just full. It's only a wee car park and it's always full. But well worth a visit if you're anywhere near it. Go in and see what they've got. Always got new stuff coming out. If you're looking for stuff just to read for yourself, definite. If you're looking for stuff to pick up and try and flip on, then there could be something good there if you get there before I do. Obviously, I don't pick up everything. They've got thousands of books in there. I didn't even look at the whole shop because I was a wee bit tight in time and just went to what I knew. And you'll see what you find. Anyway, that is all for today. I'm going to pack up that final order. I'm going to get these Pratchetts and Lee Childs listed. And then go and sort out the other books that came in. See ya. Love ya. Bye.